Good afternoon, everyone. Today we are going to talk about the big topic, knife crime. Not many of you are aware about the big situation with knife crime. I will be posting a few links down below in the comment section of the recent knife crime I've seen, I've written, I've seen. This one, the link will be very close. That one would be like not even 20 minutes away. It's basically walking distance. Where an 18-year-old boy, I believe it is a boy, got stabbed. And then another one, which was reported today, that's last night. If I can find it, I will put it in. Not sure how true it is, but I have heard the news of a boy. Not sure of its age. He decided to go and stab his mum, his nan, his sister, and his dad last night. Which is very sad, but we have to think about how can we stop knife crime? Can we stop it? Has it got too far out of control? My opinion, yes, it has got out of control a lot. The way I would deal with knife crime is the government don't do enough resources for the police. The towns, not just in London, not just in Maidstone, not just in Dartford, not just in Birmingham. The police don't have enough resources to deal with knife crime. Yes, the parent has to take responsibility, but you have to think, will the children listen to the parent? When you were younger, did you listen to your parent? For me, no, I didn't. When I was younger, did I listen to my parents? No. People have to take responsibility for their own actions. An 18-year-old boy is in London hospital after stabbing on Saturday night. When the news reported it, it was at 10 something, 10:20. So I thought it would have happened, but it didn't. It happened 8 something, 8:15 between 8:20. I was in town that night. I was probably walking past there like at 6:30, 7 o'clock. Just imagine it was a 3 hours later. That could have been me. It is part of the normal now, unfortunately, but if a generation of children, they have no respect. They even little lady stand up on the bus. stand up on the bus as they sit down. People need to start and, okay, how can we sort out crime? Scotland, they have only one which actually really stood up for it. Yes, no knife crime in Scotland, but they really stood up to knife crime. They really said, right, let's crack down on knife crime. When the England are more concerned about the sea, about the war. Yeah, the war is very sad, but we need stuff to be put into place for the kids. We need to somehow stand up to the kids and tell them, don't carry a knife. I wouldn't dare to leave my house with a knife. I used to do for my own protection. I will hold my hands up and then I used to leave my house with a knife. But because I got moved out of that situation where I was scared of my life, of people with knives, now I don't. The government needs to do something to try and protect knife crime and not try to make it worse. Yes, knife crime is out of control. We can't solve it within days. It's gonna take months, even years. For a person who carries a knife, they should be even locked up for a few years to learn, or they need to hand a very harsh punishment to them. That is for every kid that carry a knife. Whether they use it or not, a very harsh punishment has to be beheld to stop it. Once you get the main leader, then you could see gradually it going down. I do believe in every town, village, city, there's one main leader. There's one main person who's doing this, who's telling kids to do it. But at the end, we have to think, okay, that ain't working. Let's go to plan B. If plan B doesn't work, let's go to plan C. If that plan C doesn't work, let's go to plan D. We have to have plans to stop the knife crime. Or otherwise, more youngsters, more people are gonna get injured, gonna get stabbed, even killed. 4 people got killed within the last 24 hours. A family got killed. A mum, nan, sister, and dad. They got killed by a youngster. If I can find it, I will play it. Four people fatally stabbed in London. A suspect was in custody Monday morning, and the police say they believe the attacker and the victim knew each other. 3 women and a man were fatally stabbed in London borough of Southwark early Monday, The police said a suspect was arrested and is in custody, the police added. The police say they believe that the attacker and the victim knew each other, but no information was immediately available on the circumstances surrounding the killings. Officers responded to a report of a dispersal at 1:40 a.m. on Delford Road in Southwark. I know when that is. After forcing entry, they found 4 people inside with what appeared to be a stab wound, the police said. The 4 people were pronounced dead at the scene, the police added. Although homicides are less common in Britain than the United States, safety and policing remain minor issues in London. There was 103 homicides in the city in 2021. 71 of them which were committed with knives or sharp instruments, according to a police statistic. Stabbing people is like a new normal. Where are your fists nowadays? Where are your punches nowadays? Where are your handbags nowadays? Now I have other link I just posted, which should be coming through now. So, stop the new normal, like Piers Corbyn said. Let me get back, get part of the new normal. Pick up everyone. The kid these days follow the wrong road model. Yeah, agreed, local. Helen Nutter, and if people have committed sober events, installation, and beyond YouTube, hashtag get the auditor. And completely wrong. Bigger matter. Bring back home punishment. For home punishment, I don't think it would be carried out as much, because the kids will get known back on their parents. So get the teachers, get the youth club back up and running. Get everyone into the youth club. Before they enter the youth club, get a knife protector, get a metal detector to make sure no one carries knives in there. If there's a knife, put it in the bin. Youth clubs, etc., would be the perfect idea for them. With such a horrible crime should be banned from all social media. At the end of the day, his victim cannot watch YouTube, favorite TikTok because he will in there. Yeah, but I work on a farm and I always carried a gun. Now it's fine if you work on a farm. I mean, in a city, a town. So why carry a knife? Just walk to a chicken shop and that. Local, not a good idea, but if you see someone who don't like, they tend to stab them. Misidentity happened to one of my mates about a year ago, if not. Both of them were left hospitalized, but they made a full recovery. Misidentity, that is a common one. Innocent people getting killed. Why don't kids hunt and cook their own food if they want to carry knives through them? Because they are all posh and thinking, let me carry a knife, nothing will happen. And because the justice system is so shit, they know they can get away with it. Unfortunately, because they ain't got no father figure. No Titanic, not always. I know people who had father figures in their life. So, not always. Or single mom, no different. So, some of them are single dads. And they still have the same aim with killing people. But I can get your issue with single mom, single dad. But do they really need the father, the mother figure? That is the question. If they do, go to a youth club. Go to mates which are a good influence who do not make you carry any weapon. Real men don't carry weapons on the streets. Their kids have no one to look up to apart from the gang and dealer they see money, and I think it easy money. Yeah, I was watching something the other day, and yeah, that is very true. The youth club have failed before because people are getting stabbed up and beat up. They need to do boxing event for each gang. Pick up the gloves, put the knife down. Yep, really agree with you. Now will trouble you to be slave with fish, not in weapon. Yep, like that. Clear day, you say that. Okay, bye Nata. Have a good day. People with knives you're not a real person. They carry it because they're a wimp. They don't know how to actually fight. If you got a fish, fucking fight with your fish. No need to pick up knives. No need to pick up weapons. People say, oh, I'm a hypocrite. Yes, I did do that because I was mentally unstable, and I'm still mentally unstable. But did I really commit those crimes? No, I didn't. Did I injure anyone? No, I didn't. Did I get convicted of it? No, I didn't. Do I still speak to my family? Yeah, I do. So them lot talking shite about me, carry on. I'm talking about the streets of England, the streets of UK. Knife crime needs to be reduced. There is no necessary to be done by knife crime. Knife crime are getting too close to home for everyone. If you think by carrying a knife would be a good idea, think again. If you think about pulling a knife on someone, think about the punishment before you do it. Think about the naming and shaming they will do. Should newspapers shame and name people? Now there's a new one. Should the youth who stab people, should they be named and shamed? Personally, yes, they should be named and shamed. If you're under 18 and you committed a crime like that sort of stuff, they need naming and shaming. If you commit a stabbing when you're under 18, you need to be named and shamed in the newspapers. And they need to get a bigger sentences for all of the crime, pretty much. Titanic. Too many people getting away with less sentences when they should be getting more. No one should be no one should be walking out of their house thinking thinking they need to keep checking behind them. So bigger censuses need to be done all over. Not just 1, not just 2, 3, 4 years. People who under 18 carry a knife, should they be named and shamed? Personally, yeah, they should be. Because people need to know what they've done in their young years. And if they don't wake up sooner or later, then yeah. What are the MPs doing about it? Nothing. Not allowed to have really spoken to my MP about it. But, or one way to fix it, national service from school leaving age 2. It's saying that change on it, but people who carry knives are still in schools. $12-year-olds, 13-year-olds, maybe not that young, but definitely youngers are definitely carrying knives who are still in school. Personally, the police need to be in town more. Definitely around KFC and McDonald's. On Week Street, there have to be police there now. Friday night, Saturday night, there have to be at least 2, maybe 3 police officers there. Because every time I go out on a Saturday or Sunday night, I see them youth there. And I'm thinking, fuck, the youth. The youth are hanging around a fast food restaurant. You could say make them shut earlier, but they'll still hang around it. There was a steward guard at McDonald's. They're acting most weekends. Not sure about KFC whether they have steward, but a pub just before KFC, they have steward now. Yeah, so there's no way. No. Yeah. People need to start saying, come on MP, sort out knife crime. Because more MP you get, more complaints to your MP about knife crime. Hopefully for more they will sort it out sooner rather than later. But on the other hand, kids will be kids. And if we do try and tell them to not to carry knives, if we do just keep reminding them about safety on the street, what your parents expect of them, I've been thinking about this one since I've been on live. Get the parent to search the kids before they go out. Make sure they don't carry knives. What is your thought on it? Get the parent to search for kids before they go out. I'm thinking it's a good idea, but then you have to think how many parents will do that and how many kids will let them do it. That is another question. Do they have another way of getting the knife out? That's another one. And Boris Johnson gone to all news outlets. From now on, all parents have to search their kids before they go out. Well, how many parents do you think would do that? Maybe 5, 6, maybe 50. But I can show you more parents wouldn't search kids. Now, what about foster kids, and can the parents search them? Personally, I would agree with them and say yes. But in the laws of they can't, unless they have reasonable doubt they have something on them, like drugs, which meant they would have to call the police and get the police to search them, because foster parents are not allowed to touch kids or search kids. I don't believe so, at least. Just quickly googling it. Visitor. Okay. It doesn't really say anything. They can't. But then again, they're taking them in. So I know. Oh, I guess you hope you're good. Another stabbing today in London. And on Saturday there was a stabbing in Maidstone. So, did you see PD Live uploading? No, apparently not good. I can imagine what it would be like. Is it slacking me off again, man? Like a cavity is. Actually, I'm gonna play it. What one gets you? Is it the one with the eyes? Or is it the one with Astral the glass? Or Astral 5 and 2 in my other book? No, crime getting better, aren't you? Yeah, the one with that. Okay, I will have a check on that afterward. The one from 2 hours ago. Stabbing have to end at some point. As a the parents need to search kids. If the kids are not prepared to be searched by the parents, get the police and make them do it. And then you will jump on the bad wagon and say, you're wasting his time. Oh, no, no, no. What are you talking about? Okay. That's another one. Okay, not good. He talking about me. I like to be in people's heads. So I'm gonna end it now. I'm gonna watch that video, but I will be live later on. So keep an eye on that. Live around 11 PM, people. And I'm sure you don't want to miss it. If it's a decent one. Just get stitched up and carry on. What do you mean, Steve? Just get stitched up and carry on. Now, man. Now crime is out of control, Steve. If you just say get stitched up and carry on. Like, what the fuck, man? Now crime needs to end. And it will be ending very soon. Once I get my facts, once I get everything correct, then you will see a big change. So keep your eyes peeled, people, and I will see you all soon. Goodbye.